Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am once again back in the car, which means I have seen yet another new film. It is a dark and cold night here, coming out of the movie theater. And speaking of dark and cold, I am not joined by my co-host DJ. Instead, I am joined by the all-new, all-improved Popcorn Bucket. Say hi, Popcorn Bucket. Oh, right. Oh, no. Like you genuinely mean it. I understand that you genuinely mean it. Let's just say that the Popcorn Bucket that I'm used to, he broke after about 4 months. I sure do hope that it sticks around. Trust me, things did not end well. I mean, nothing. Nope. Don't worry about it. I hope that it's going to be a good year. Yep. Let's go ahead and let's start this off. The film I went to see this evening was the only new major release, the first new major release in theaters, the horror film from Blumhouse and Universal, Night Swim. For those of you who do not follow horror movies, Night Swim is essentially the story of a young family. They come into a new house to set down some roots. The father has MS. He's a little bit sick. They buy the house that specifically has a pool so that he can do some workouts and some physical rehabilitation in the pool by himself. And as his health starts to improve, stranger things start happening around the pool, and everybody starts getting really freaked out as the dark secrets of this pool are slowly revealed, until there's a final climax and an inevitable ending to the film. Overall, what were my impressions of the film? Starting out with a 1 to 10, I would have to give this film a 3.5. How about you, Popcorn Bucket? Alright, you can... Yeah, it's your first film. So, I'd set the bar low, but... okay. Let's see how long you last as an optimist. Let's hope for the best. So, the film overall, in my opinion, as a horror film, it's not the greatest, it's not the worst, but overall, it's a very boring film. There are some good shots in it cinematically. There are some meh shots cinematically. The film has some good tension in some places, some tension in some other places. Things happen that are very, very tropey and not in like a fun way. And overall, the film just kind of left me with an impression of, I'm glad it's over, and I was kind of bored throughout. Acting performances from everybody, like I said, were pretty good. There's not too much weirdness, too much stiffness. I'll get into more details in spoilers, but my overall impression of the film is it's the first horror film of the year. It wasn't released in summer, which was a strange choice considering it's about a pool, and it wasn't released in October, the spooky season, but I can understand why. This isn't the best horror film that Blumhouse is going to make in 2023. I have confidence in that. This is a January horror film. It's not going to be the best outing of the year, one would hope. But it's still very meteoric, very boring, very bland. So 3.5 out of 10. Do I recommend seeing this in the movie theaters? I saw this in the best movie theater in the best screen my movie theater had to offer, and honestly, I don't see you getting much benefit from the movie theater experience. There are a couple of good sound bits as regarding to like horror and stuff like that, and the soundtrack, but otherwise, this film is one that you could probably wait to come out on streaming, and if you just need something to watch on like a Friday night or a Wednesday night after you put your kids to bed and you want something a little bit spooky but not nightmare fuel, this is probably a good film to do that for. So overall, not really a recommend for the movie theater experience, but to each his own. With that, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I hope that you enjoy these reviews. Essentially what we do with these reviews is we go through the quick 1 to 10, we do some details, a little bit of discussion if I have my counterpart with me, and then we give you guys a recommend. Theater, streaming, don't bother. if you like that, we do those every week, every Wednesday, and sometimes we do 2 or 3 in a week, just depending on how booked we are on the weekend. Like, this is the second film that I've seen this weekend, so this happens kind of often lately anyway. So if you like that, be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, let me know with a like. And also, we always are looking for your feedback, films that you're looking forward to in the year, things that you want us to watch, and some things that you want us to improve on. You can tell us that in the comments below, or check us out on Facebook at Entertainment Rebooted. Without further ado, spoilers, 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 spoilers. Overall, this film, it very clearly is a short film. This would be a fascinating short film. A really interesting short film. This film's based on a short film, and it should have stayed that way. There's not really enough, I think, to carry a 2-hour film. This subject matter and jump scares and stuff like that really do not need the whole cinematic experience. This is one of the few films I think just a short film is perfect for it, because it ramps up some tension. It has a lot of things that are going on in it. It has a couple of key points in it, and then it's over. This film starts feeling really boring because it's a short film worth of material that they've decided to give a full cinematic experience to. It's not necessarily really even a short film either. It's about 2 hours long. So really, it's just, it should have stayed a short film in my opinion. It has the stereotypical supernatural trope of a supernatural entity allures a weaker member of the family in, promising it fame, glory, riches, health, whatever it is. But in exchange for this health that it continues to take away as it is denied its desire, it demands more. In particular, this pool gives the father, who's a washed-up baseball player, his health back that was taken from him from MS. In exchange, however, it wants his son. So obviously, climax of the film, the pool gets a hold of his son somehow, and things do not go well, to say the least. It has a relatively happy ending, but it has a stereotypical horror movie film ending where the one who was gaining the most loses it all in exchange for the greater good. The greater good being his son. I really don't have much to say about this film. It has a relatively interesting premise. It is one of those things where it gets you thinking about different stuff, like what is the extent that this pool's range is, because when the wife, the mom character, is looking around for more and more information regarding this house and the pool and everything that's going on with these strange disappearances and stuff, the mom that's shown at the beginning of the film for us is still under the influence of this well. It's like still under influence of the spring, the deep water as they call it. And it starts killing her even though she already made the sacrifice to the pool. She sacrificed her youngest daughter for the health of her son, and her son went on to great things. But for some reason, even though she doesn't live in the pool anymore and she lives relatively far away, and it's been decades since the events at the beginning of the film, she's still under the influence of the well. Spring, sorry. They call it a well, and they also call it a spring. But essentially, she's still weirdly under the influence of it, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. The dad's a jerk. The family has a decent dynamic-ish. The youngest son is really treated oddly throughout the entire film. Like, really, really weird. They treat Elliot really weird, which doesn't make a lot of sense because the kid seems to be just kind of a normal kid. He's a little shy, and he has, like, social anxiety in some situations, but it's not even like he's a bad kid. He's misbehaved, he's too timid, or he's just too weird. He just seems to be a kid who's just kind of introverted. He's a little shy, and he has social anxiety. But that doesn't cripple him. He does relatively well. He seems to want to play baseball, partly because he thinks that the sport's fun, but also because he likes doing it because his dad was really good at it. He feels kind of pressured to do it, and then they act like he's going to completely screw everything up and get kicked off of the team for some reason. But then he goes out there and he hits the ball like every single one of the other kids, and all the kids seem to like him, and he seems to get along with them fairly well. They treat him like he's this weird social outcast and stuff like that, but he's a kid that likes his cat, and he had a lizard, and when he was 5, he spoke with the lizard even after the lizard died. It was a couple of months where he kept talking to the spirit of the lizard kind of thing, but he was 5. He was 5 years old. And it's not even a thing of like he's in tune to these strange spirits and stuff like that. It's literally like he's a kid. He gets along with animals very well, so he gets really attached to them. He's kind of not super athletic or anything like that. He's more artsy and creative than anything like that. It shows him like messing with like his action figures and putting little details and stuff on them. Like he's like doing arts and crafts, but that doesn't make him weird. But the thing is that it's not just the dad who's like outcasting him because, hey, he's not manly and he doesn't play baseball, because he does. Oh, he's just socially awkward and he doesn't get along with other kids, but he's not really an outcast in social situations. He's just nervous. Oh, he's obsessed with his animals. He's a kid who likes animals. It happens. Even the mom goes off and she talks to the daughter, and the thing is that it's really clear that they have this like really high connection with the daughter, and the daughter, when she was born, the dad has this whole thing where he's like, I knew the moment that you were born because I was up to bat and I got this sudden urge of energy and power, and I hit one of the longest home runs of my career, one of the greatest days of my life. But he doesn't have a similar story with his son. He doesn't really talk to his son a lot. The mom has this really like close connection with the daughter, but it doesn't carry over well to being a social situation with the son. And in fact, she talks with the daughter and she makes it sound like the son's like this huge disappointment when he's in the same room. Well, no, actually, it doesn't really even fall into like the golden child scapegoat situation. It really seems like, yes, there's golden child aspects because the daughter is like put on a pedestal in a way, but at the same time, the son's not really blamed for stuff. He's just treated like an outcast when he doesn't really end up doing anything, and they don't really move on with anything that would be like scapegoaty. So it's just this really weird dynamic with the family, and then we're supposed to, maybe it's supposed to like heighten the tension to maybe when the ending happens, maybe he'll sacrifice the son, and the family will sacrifice the son, and they'll act like he never existed, but there's no real benefit to doing that because it's pretty clear that the mom really loves both of her kids. The daughter makes fun of the son of the younger brother, but more in like an older sibling to younger sibling kind of way. It's just an odd family dynamic. The idea that the pool is giving people health in exchange for something is a pretty good concept overall. Like, it could be a lot worse. It's a decent premise, but like I said, it's one of those premises that really only works well in a short film because the power logically is only limited to the pool area. So maybe they drive in a little bit more home that maybe the husband can't leave the pool until the wish is completed. Like, he can't leave like the premise of the house until the wish is completed. And maybe the son also has a thing where he can't necessarily leave until there's payment because the pool's already picked him. But at the same time, it's not just the pool picking on the son and like nobody understands it. Like, the pool's been creepy with a lot of people. It's creepy with the mom, and the mom starts swimming in it. It's creepy with the daughter, and the daughter stops swimming with it. It's creepy with the son, and the son also stops swimming in it, and it takes the cat. Early in the film, like, that was all kind of out of order. It really started like the wife had a weird experience, and then the son had a weird experience, and then the cat got taken like the night before the son went on the swimming pool, and he gets attacked in the middle of the day, and then the daughter gets attacked at night. So it's not even like night swim, because the attacks happen also like during the day. They have a pool party, and the husband almost drowns a kid, and they act like, oh, stay away from my family, you're all a bunch of really weird creepers and stuff like that, when it's really well known. He's a pretty famous baseballer. He has MS. He could have like cramped up and almost drowned in the pool as well, but the whole neighborhood just kind of ostracizes them and stuff like that. But anyway, I really don't really have much else to say about this film, because that's really kind of all that's in this film. In 15 minutes, I've gone over what they made a 2-hour film about, really. And I've also retread on a couple of things. This really is just a film that should have been a short film. And as a result, it suffers greatly from that. I'm sure the short film is amazing, though. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. So, I guess, thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. We do things every week, and we do things on our Facebook page at Entertainment Rebooted, where we do a box office recap, as well as try to keep our ear to the ground on different news that's happening in the entertainment world. It should be a fun 2023. We're already 2 reviews in, so be sure to stay tuned for more content like this. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.